Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Shannon with Intentionally Designed, and I'm going to be planning out November 2025. I'm using the Planner Kate Kit 751L1, and it's really cute. It has like these little turkeys and the pumpkins. I just thought it was a really cute theme for the Thanksgiving month. So what I do is I start off by, of course, putting the top part up here and the bottom, and then I place all of the numbers. And I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. I talk about this like every time I do a video because I just haven't found the flow. I think part of the reason is because I struggle with how thick the agenda is right now, because I've used the daily sticker kits, and it's just made my planner so thick and really uncomfortable. So I've decided to do away with the daily stickers. I'll continue to do the monthlies, but I can't do the dailies anymore. It's too much for me. I mean, look, let me see if you can see how thick that is, and like, can you see how it like bends in? So if like I'm writing right here, it's very awkward. So I think not doing stickers for the dailies is going to really help with that. But also what I'm thinking is it'll save money. So, you know, those daily stickers can really rack up in price, and you know, if it's a win-win, then I'm going to go for it. So what that means is when I do my dailies, I'm going to have to try to figure out something in order to, you know, make it colorful, because I don't want it just ugly. I mean, that's why I get stickers, and I don't mean ugly, I just mean like plain. That's why I get the stickers in the first place, to give it a little pop. So, and I'm okay with it. I'll be okay with just doing the monthly stickers. Oop. I just put that there for now. And then what I do is in the months, I always put down my little Post-it notes here. And that is so I know what is coming for the month, but I'm not like putting Post-it notes everywhere. Like, it's in one central location. And I'm also not writing on my calendar until I've gotten the stickers down. So that it's just pretty. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say a struggle, because this is sometimes very challenging. Like, there's got to be a trick to this that I haven't figured out yet. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah. So, yeah, that's better. So yeah, that is how I set up the monthly. And then what I like to do is I put this down first, and then I put that bottom strip, because I like it to go over top. I know a lot of people put the bottom strip under, but I really like it over top, because I just like the flow of that a little better. Something else that sometimes can kind of get on my nerves is these little side panels are not the width of the entire thing, and I don't know that it has to be, but that can be a little bothersome. Just want to make sure you can see. So I didn't do a video for last week because I had just gotten back from my trip the day before, and I was completely exhausted. I just wanted to hurry up and put the, set it up and get it ready for the week and be done with it, because I was so tired. So yeah, and let's see. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to put down the weeklies. I think the reason they have us do it is so that people can start the calendar however they want, like a Sunday start or a Monday start. I kind of wish it was already pre-printed on it, and then you just chose like a sticker kit that you wanted for, versus having to put this down, because again, it can be a little challenging to get them down. But it is what it is, and we deal with it, right? So in my last video, I talked about how I was going on an East Coast trip for the fall. I was actually away pretty much the entire month of October. I think I was home in my state for 4 days, maybe 5. And I started off by going to a conference in Atlanta, Georgia, where I ended up having to fly there. I was going to drive, but I went in, took my car for an oil change. Well, let me back up. I was coming home from the North County that I work in, which is a 3-hour drive. And as I was driving home, my car was making this terrible, like, jerking. And I was like, uh-oh, something is wrong. I assumed it was like a clogged fuel filter or fuel injectors or something. So when I got home, I told my son, I'm like, hey, I need you to take my car to the auto parts store, because they have this, it's like a machine you can hook up to your car, and it'll tell you, it'll like read the computer to you. Well, he took it there, and he said, yes, there's something wrong with it. I said, okay. So my son-in-law owns an auto body shop, and I called him and I'm like, hey, I need you to check my car. I'm supposed to drive to Atlanta. He's like, okay, bring it in. So I couldn't bring it in yet. I had to wait a couple days. And then I took it for an oil change before I took it to him, because I was like, I need to get an oil change. I want to have that already done, because I'm literally cutting down to the wire. And now it's really important, because my conference, my hotel, my tickets, all of that have all been paid for. So, and that's, they're not cheap. So I was starting to panic a little bit, like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? So again, I'm thinking it is fuel injection. Like, I thought it had something to do with the fuel. Well, I take it to my son-in-law, and he tells me, your transmission is going. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. I said, so does that mean I can't drive it to Atlanta? He's like, I wouldn't. And I was like, okay. So I had to call my boss, and I'm like, my car the transmission's going on it. I can't get to Atlanta. So she ended up buying me a plane ticket, which I fly, but I hate to. Like, I would much rather drive. So I had to end up that I just, redirected and flew up to Atlanta. Okay. So Atlanta, the conference was phenomenal. I just love the people that I get to see there. We went to the Georgia Aquarium. It was fantastic. It was so cute. It was decorated for Halloween. They had like pirates and mermaids and this adorable octopus. I mean, it was just so cute. The mermaid was absolutely beautiful, but she was kind of scary at the same time, and it just makes it even better that she was purple, and of course I love purple, so she was the most beautiful mermaid. So that was so much fun. Get done with the conference, fly home, and I had to rush to get a rental car because the trip up the East Coast was already set and I had to drive it. I couldn't not drive. Like, I couldn't fly. That was part of the trip because there were so many stopping points. So I find a rental car. It was a nice car. It was a Chevy Traverse. Lots of room and smooth ride, and I'm pretty sure it was either a 25 or a 26. It was a pretty new vehicle, so the ride was nice. And it wasn't that much. I mean, yes, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and I was able to make it happen, so that worked out. And we started our trip pretty much the day after I had come back. And so our first stop up the East Coast was in St. Augustine, Florida, where we stayed in the Casablanca Inn, which is it's an old inn, but it is so adorable. I love the fact that it is haunted because I love everything haunted. So it was a haunted hotel. Of course, I looked for ghosts, don't see any ghosts, but the fun was still there. It was right there on the water, and the back, like so the front part was a cafe that, like, in the morning I would sit out there and have my coffee and just enjoy the sunrise and, the city kind of waking up. And then in the evenings, I would sit like on my little porch in the back and would have martinis, because I got two martinis actually per night for free, which was really nice. And so I got to enjoy a martini on the back porch there. And then during the day, we went to, they have an alligator farm where it's almost like a zoo. Not as big as a zoo, but it had alligators and snakes. But it was really mostly focused around the alligators, in different sizes and different types. And so that was really cool. And then we also walked on St. George Street, which is kind of like the street that everybody, of course, wants to go to see when they go to St. Augustine, because it's historical, and that was the first street there, and that's where the people lived, and their stores were there, and all, like, their schoolhouse was there. So that's where people always want to go. It's a cute little touristy spot. It's not large at all. I don't even know that it's a mile long, so it's it's not that uncomfortable to be at. So we left there, and our next stop was Conway, South Carolina. Well, I should say my next stop was Conway, South Carolina. And oh my gosh, was that little town like literally stepping out of real life and into a Hallmark Halloween movie. It was so perfect. I loved every second of being there. And what made it even better was they decorated for Halloween. Like, they're huge for Halloween. And the town actually is like changes its name from Conway, South Carolina to, it's either the city of Halloween or Halloween City, for the month of October, which I just think is, you know, absolutely amazing. It was so wonderful. It really was such a wonderful trip. So after South Carolina, we drove to Baltimore. And the reason we made stops was because my 9-month-old grandson, we didn't want to have really, really long days because our destination was Pennsylvania. So that's an extremely long trip. So in order for him, we broke it up, and it just kind of became just this, you know, like an adventure, a road trip adventure. And so we stopped in Baltimore, was our next trip, a stopping point, but that was just for the night. And Baltimore traffic is no joke. Like, going through Virginia and Baltimore, oh my God, was that really rough. I was like, if I don't ever have to drive there again, I won't. Because there was no reason. Like, there were no broken down cars, there were no accidents, and we were just driving at like 30 miles an hour for 2 hours. It was horrible. So that was torturous, but we got through that. And then from Baltimore got to Pennsylvania, and we went to Bethlehem. My daughter didn't stay in the same hotel as me. She wanted a different one. I wanted to stay in the historic Hotel Bethlehem. So I did. And it was so beautiful. It like totally gives The Shining vibes. It's not as big as The Shining, and it was on like the street. It's not like out in the middle of nowhere, but the inside of it really kind of gave The Shining vibes, and I was just in love. Like, I took in every moment of it. And part of the reason that I wanted to go up the East Coast in the month of October was to see fall, because, I mean, I was born and raised in Florida, so, you know, we don't get seasons. You know, it's like green and brown. Like, that's the extent of what we get for seasons in Florida. So I really wanted to see the fall, and it did not disappoint. And I would literally just sit on the main street and watch the trees and listen to the wind, and it was everything I had dreamed of. Really was everything that I had dreamed of. And then I took a day and I went to Sleepy Hollow, New York. And what's it called? It's Sleepy Hollow and I can't remember the name. It's like Taffy Town or something like that. Oh, Tarrytown. Sleepy Hollow and Tarrytown. And, you know, I just got to see all of that. And then I I'm supposed to do here. No, I gotta go down. So I spent the day there again. I just did all the fall things. Like, one of my super like, I totally wanted to, activity that I wanted to do, which is going to sound so silly, but was to get a pumpkin spice latte and an apple cider donut. Because I was like, I see so many people do that, and I'm like, I want to do that in the fall. So I did. I found a place. So it was just the most magical adventure. I also went to, I think it's called Allentown Zoo, which was so adorable. And yeah, that was the trip up. And then what I did is I drove straight from Bethlehem down to Savannah, Georgia, because I was like, I need to get to Savannah, Georgia. But I had a friend that I wanted to see in Lancaster, and I wanted to go to the flea market that they had. Oh, and if you're wondering, this is the pilot friction point. I think it's 0.5 is usually what I get. But they're erasable because I mess up so much, so I need to be able to fix my mess ups. I would rather be able to erase it than put the white out, because I don't like seeing the white out. I don't know why, but it's just me, just my little quirks that I have. But so yeah, I drove straight down and stopped in Lancaster, went to this farmer's market. I got so many pickled foods. I got pickled garlic. I got pickled just vegetables, like it has like broccoli, I think cauliflower, carrots inside. I got pickled asparagus. I got the pickled garlic, the pickled asparagus, pickled okra. And then they had these seasonings that are made by the Amish. Now the pickled jars were made by the Amish as well. But I got a ranch seasoning. I got a macaroni salad seasoning, a corn chowder seasoning. What else did I get? Oh, a spinach dip seasoning and a cappuccino seasoning. So I'm really excited to test those. I've already cracked into the garlic and it's so good. And the asparagus, so good. And it isn't, like, sometimes when you get the pickled foods, like, it's too strong. I don't know how to explain that, like, that it's like just too strong. Almost like it just doesn't taste good to me sometimes. It has to be made like really well. Like, I got pickled okra from Publix, and I don't know what brand it was, just some big brand, I'm sure. And it was, it made me sick, really. It was just disgusting. So it's not like that at all. Let's see, that's a right disc. Now I need to make this. I guess it doesn't matter what time it ends. I know what time it ends. Let's see. 9 o'clock. Time. And then I'm just going to put a V. So it's virtual. Okay. And then this one here is 2. I try to like space these writings out to allow, like, if something else comes up in those time frames, because it happens all the time. And that's why I can't use these stickers, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see I've already got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can really only fit 4. I wouldn't be able to get it all on. And chances are something else will pop up in here somewhere. So that's why I have to handwrite it. I can't use the stickers. And I love the stickers. I think they're so cute. So let's see. I don't know why I wrote her name. That's my contact person. Okay. And then, what does this say? Oh, I am, see, look. I'm observing that day. It's an all-day thing too. I'll just stop for that. Okay, so I have blood work at 10 o'clock, which I'm gonna put about here. And then my training here is on Wednesday, not Tuesday, because I don't know, Veterans Day. They said that. Okay, so we have this. And okay. And then here is to read the blood work. Okay, keep that there. All right, so now this here, I don't know what this is. I'm a little concerned. God. Lake in person 9 training for. I'm gonna leave this and talk to my boss. Maybe she knows what that is. I did not do a good job. Oh. So here, this is gonna be a fun day. And that's a little sarcasm. Put those in. We have just meetings and all right, so here and the third school. And now, I think we said we were gonna do them together, so we'll talk about that. So I'm just gonna write. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna blame those stickers again for the writing. So I hope that everyone had a really great October month. I know some people aren't really big into October, which I understand. Like sometimes, you know, we don't, like certain religions don't align with Halloween. I get that. So this is okay, so I did get my color coding, so I put the doctor. So I came up with this, because I can't use the stickers and color, you know, like color coding them. So I'm like, here we go. I'll use a highlighter. And I do like how it comes out when I do them. And then I'll write like the key on the other page. I don't think I've gotten to the trip yet. Yeah, and then Zoom meetings. Even that's a training, I'm just gonna call it a meeting. So I actually put them under a different color because I called them a team meeting, so I don't get them like confused. Oh, I didn't put a color for her. Oh, I'll put her at this color then. This is my life coach. And she has another day over there. And then I put this for the team meetings. And that, I like to try to make them kind of thin so you can kind of see the break in the colors. It doesn't feel like one big huge blob. Because my eyes start to go a little wonky sometimes. I got it a little too close there, but it's okay. It'll survive. And that it needs to be purple because that also is here. And then I can get rid of this Post-it note. All right, to the other side. Again, I'm not too sure what that is. I'll look at that later. Okay, so here, my mind or life coach moved this day. Get rid of that. And here, I'm going to spend some time with my regional. Okay, so super fun time is got grandma duties. Grandma duties. So I'm just going to write it this way. And then they're going to pick them up at 10, and I put him, oh, grandma duty as orange. So there's that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I didn't feel her name right. And I said she is going to be gray. So I'll put the key here, gray. Red. Green. Yellow. Purple and orange, I think, is them all. Purple and orange. So I have Grandma Duty. Purple are Zoom meetings. Yellow is trip. Green is the doctor. Red is the team meeting. And that's my life coach. Okay, so I need one for in the field. I need one for in the field. Maybe this. Yeah, we'll call it this one. So, it looks kind of blank actually, but what will happen is once I get the preset dates, then I will come back and fill in a lot more to plug in things that need to get done. So like they come along, which is why I put the key so I don't forget what things are and what they were set for. So I am doing a vision board party for my team. It's a huge deal that we do. It is so much fun. And we typically do it at our house in Lake County. But this year we rented we rented on the West Coast. We got a little house over there, pool, like the whole kit and caboodle for the team. And yeah, I want to possibly do like a little video. I don't know if I can make that happen because I'm not very experienced at this yet. You know, making videos and stuff. So I don't know if I can make that happen, but I do have the goal to try to make that happen. And yeah, so this is representing that. So this will be drive home. It's about 4 hours away from where I am. And I'm just gonna write vision board party. And that is yellow, so I wanted it to kind of go with that little tape because I knew I was going to use that tape. Kind of made it gray, but whatever. And then here, I try to like put the highlights down before because these are kind of like a gel pen. So here, this is Thanksgiving, right? This is Thanksgiving, and these are going to be off, but I do have, I want to put my little sticker. I have that sticker that has all the holidays, which I hope is right here in this. Here it is. Okay, so let's get first Thanksgiving down. So that'll be here. Thanksgiving is 27th. thick. Gobble, 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 gobble. I don't want it that far over. Perfect. And is there anything else in here? It has Veterans Day, Election Day. Oh my gosh, that means it's gonna be crazy. But I don't want that on my calendar. I bought these too big. The last time I got them, they were smaller, and it like takes up so much of the page. I have to pay attention next time when I order it. Oh my God, Black Friday, yes. So we'll put that one down, right? And I think Cyber Monday, that'll be in December, right? So we'll have that there. I forgot to put down Grandparents' Day. I don't even know. It's terrible, isn't it? Oh, Day of the Dead is today. That's today, because I'm filming this on the 2nd. So yes, I will put that down because I love that. And I don't have anything really special to put on there, but I'm gonna have my white out here so I can put the fall back. Oh my gosh, was that... I woke up at 1 o'clock, I think it was this morning, really thinking it is the morning. Like it's the morning. And it wasn't. It was 1. And it took me like 2 hours to go back to sleep. Was that horrible? Jesus, it sure was. It was so terrible. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Come on, little sticker. You can get it up. All right. Yay! So, for Halloween, I was with my daughter and 10-month-old grandson, and she took him trick-or-treating. He's only 10 months old. No, he's not going to eat the candy, of course. It was just for the experience and, you know, the fine motor skills of picking the candy and putting it into a bag. But he had so much fun. She dressed up as Cruella de Vil, and then her husband and her son were the Dalmatians. They were so cute. But I like to do something called Scary Food, Scary Movies. And what we do is put on scary movies, so that's pretty self-explanatory. But for the scary food, we like to make food in, you know, designed scary. So like I made ribs with a heart and a foot meatloaf. So it was really, really cute. So yeah, it was so much fun. So much fun. Okay. So here's the spread. Here I am going to put top 10. To-dos. I don't like how that looks. But it's top 10 to-dos. So it's like, what 10 things do I want to make sure that I'm going to get done this month? Top 10 to-dos. Okay. So I will write that list out because I haven't thought fully through with that. And, oh, I also wanted to use one of these because I had them. And when I was flipping through the book, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So I thought this would be cute to put there. And payday. I wanted to mark the paydays. And I have my book. It's like a reusable sticker book, but where did I put it? Ah, right here. And the paydays are... want something. It's okay though. I have another grandma day. Grandma duty. So and that goes here. And they'll probably all right, so shit. I don't know what I'm thinking. Goodness. I hope I didn't curse. Did I curse? There you go. With grandma. And then I'll just write pick up boys. And I think what I'm going to do I'll leave that. Okay. So there's that. And I also wanted to make this here because it is a day off. And that's a day off. So that is where we're at right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful month. Bye.